Hey guys, Professor Prime here with MyJaPlanet.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Deluxe Class, Transformers Rise of the Beast, number 104, Nightbird. And I'm going to say a couple things right off the bat. Not a huge fan of the toy design. Really not. The Studio Series line usually is about being accurate to the film that it was coming from, and I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that this design is probably an early concept that they had, not as necessarily what we got in the original film. However, it's weird because like the car mode, fantastic. The vehicle form, the alt mode, it looks great. It's very detailed. I like the purple rims. You know, it looks very, very accurate to the show. Looks very accurate to the movie. And I think the reasoning for that is because, you know, the car, you can't really change the car through production. Whereas the robot form, okay, so you can look right here. This is the render from the film. And this is what we get. So you had, Nightbird's a female. Fembot, so her build is very feminine-like, you know, with small waist and large upper portion, we will say, and hips and elegantness that she had in the performance. And then we get this. It's just this huge bulky thing where the majority of the alt mode is probably of this backpack and like these little tail wings. It's a cool little thing, but it's not accurate to the film. Looks like she only is gonna be coming with one sword, which she didn't have swords in the movie, she had batons. So yeah, she only comes with, it's a Nissan. And unfortunately, this is what happens when you're doing live action films, especially when it comes to the Transformers franchise, is they got to get these toys in production, and sometimes, you know, they hold off releasing stuff until afterwards. And while the vehicle mode doesn't change throughout production, the render model that they transform into can go through several revisions. But unfortunately, they have to build the molds and do all the pre-testing, all the safety standards and everything like that. So this is probably an early concept. And then of course, because this is a deluxe figure, so it is at the $24.99 price point, and even with inflation, they only have a certain budget, and so there are certain liberties that they can't do, such as putting, you know, it's not gonna be 100% to the film. So we're just gonna get that right off the bat. It's not gonna be 100% to the film. So yeah, here's the early render. This is the early video render you can watch. Little presentation. You can watch this on Haswell Pulse. I'll have the link in the description. Go ahead and check it out. But yeah, we're still going. We still got the open box packaging. I'm not a huge fan of it. I've been saying that for a long time. And like right here, you see she has a sword, and then she has like this like I don't know what that. It's like a arm hook or something, like fork. I don't remember her having that in the film. I'm pretty sure she had either she had two batons or she had two blades. And this it could have been just like, you know, early concept. She had, you know, blades. She had one blade and an arm blade, and that was the render that Hasbro they had. And then Hasbro went into production, starting to build these figures and build the molds, or repurpose certain molds, you know, to build these figures so they can get them out by the end of this year for Christmas time after the film's release. And then, you know, there are production changes throughout, and they change the model and everything. And I don't know if they are still going under the same pretense that if it exists on the vehicle, it must exist on the robot mode, and anything on the robot mode that doesn't exist on the vehicle cannot just like poof out of nowhere. That was one of the things that Michael Bay implemented in the first Transformers film. And that was the reason why reasoning why Optimus Prime's alt mode was chosen to be an alt mode, because he wanted Optimus to be tall and menacing, or I'm gonna say not menacing, but more dominant, and be like, you know, a huge presence. And a flat nose truck just wasn't going to have enough part count, because the render artist could not use anything that did not exist. So if it wasn't on the vehicle, like anything on the vehicle, they couldn't just make parts up. They couldn't just all of a sudden like boop, that just came out of nowhere. It had to exist on the vehicle. So that maybe to an extent, you know, I think like maybe the heads were like kind of added, you know, they kind of added some parts that could be hidden for like heads and stuff like that. But for the most part, the body count of the bodies of each Transformer was made up 100% of the vehicle. So the bigger the vehicle was, the more bulk the vehicle had, the more dominant the character could be. Like Ironhide was a large truck, so that he could be, you know, be a large figure or large character, versus being like, you know, a van, you know, a red van that he is in G1, you know. So Yeah, guys, I'm not sold on this. I mean, I would like to have Nightbird. I have like the Flex one. I bought the Flex one. It's okay. You know, just kind of it's more in vehicle mode than robot mode, really. But I'm pretty sure she had 2 blades at least, and we're only getting 1 here, so that's kind of a bummer. And of course, you know, it has awesome accessories. It comes with a sword, that's cool, I guess. And then you got the removable backdrop, of course, and you know, you've got it's a 4.5 inch figure, so it should scale relatively well. She should be as tall as a Bumblebee, really, so she should scale pretty decently. If you've been collecting the Studio Series Rise of the Beast figures, it should scale with the rest of your collection. I have a few of them. I've got a couple of them, but I haven't bought Rhinox yet. I've actually seen Rhinox a couple times, and I haven't picked him up yet because I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't like. He looks fine in robot mode. I just don't like his. I don't like his alt mode. His alt mode looks kind of clunky. But yeah, it's gonna be like kind of like this where this is like the opposite effect, where I really like the alt mode, but I don't like the robot mode. So it'll probably be one of those things. If I see Nightbird, I will pick it up. You know, but I'll get displayed in a vehicle mode for the most part, which is sad because I think the design was amazing, and hopefully maybe down the road in a couple years when, you know, budgets are increased maybe, or designs are better, Hasbro might release a second release of Nightbird and a more accurate depiction of her from the film. Heck, I know third party in like 2-3 years are gonna be knocking these out, and they're gonna be amazing, so I'm not 100% worried. So if you're somebody who's a collector of Transformers and you want them to be as close as possible to what they were showed in the film or animation or whatever the media that you're consuming is, third party is the way to go. I know a lot of people harp on third party because it's unofficial, it's unlicensed, it's stealing IP. That's another conversation for another day that we can have. If you guys want me to have that conversation, leave me a comment down below. If not, it might be something I might do at a later time. As of right now, Nightbird, it's coming out November 1st of this year. Actually, you can pre-order it, so she'll be out for Christmas, so expect her to be sitting on toy shelves, if we're lucky, sometime mid-November. Okay, so they should be hitting about mid-November, I would say. So yeah, if I see her, I might pick her up. Not saying I'm going to be pre-ordering, but yeah. Vehicle mode, as I said, fantastic. Looks great. I have a couple like Transformers that they look pretty good in robot mode, but they're not perfect, and I just displayed them in vehicle mode because the vehicles are amazing and the cars just look really good. But which is probably where she's going to end up going, because I probably will not end up having a full Rise of the Beast display shelf because I don't have really room for that. But I might just kind of like, you know, move stuff around. I might move my Rise of the Beast figures with my Beast Wars collection, and just kind of have it as part of that, and then have like put my Optimus and Bumblebee with my collection of Bumblebee and all that in my Prime, because I do have shelves individually for both those characters, and that's what I end up might doing. And then like Mirage might also hit and just sit in vehicle mode as well and go on my vehicle shelf, you know. So it's one of those things, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will have more content out later this week. As I said, I will be releasing videos Monday through Friday. And if you want to watch me live on Twitch, I do stream on Twitch Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So go ahead and check us out there. I play World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, and other games, mainly Warcraft. So if you're interested in that, check us out. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, go ahead and check out this video right here. And as always, guys, until next time.